notification from the Federation of the circle behind goals.
Yeah, with Burt's it's different at the moment because their AI camera's broken. So he was going to set up on my side because normally the AI camera's in the building, like on the other side. And I said, nah, it's broken. I said, the camera, and I think you're not to that side. He goes, oh, okay, no. I said, well, can't do something because the AI camera is broken. So I just laughed. When someone hit it with the ball, I was like, keep hitting them with the ball.
Terrific, smash it.
Keep hitting them with the ball because they're awful news.
Aren't they? Yeah.
So I was quite happy when it was broken. But it is what it is. That's awful. So painful. So painful.
No idea why that was the spot.
The thing was,
Not in the corner.
the thing is, why not put it in one of the corners? But you've got to move the scaff. You can't leave the scaff here. But what they should do, ideally, chop some of that tree down. That one there, lose a couple of branches and put this right behind it but higher. That was the idea. It's the only place you can do it. So, that's why they've got a nice concrete pavement and stuff.
Yeah, and I can see you've got maybe one bolt there. That's it.
Yeah,
Not bad, you've got one bolt on that one there. Don't make any sudden maneuvers because it'll come over.
Tell me about it.
From what I can see, that's the only one that's that footing there is the only one to hold on. The rest of them are just the square pad. That's great. That's great. And you guys are all on this end.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I'll stand over there. Yeah, I was just saying, if you want that, stand over side of that.
Actually,
Or other side of that.
be mindful, just land on this, jump and
I'll
hold on.
jump on that, yeah. Right, so I'll still get hit
I
on
don't know
that.
where he's going to go.
Yeah, I'll still get hit on that though.
We've no doubt. It's okay, we'll get you a big wake up.
I've got to do something. I'll have something taken. And just say, look, this is what we're doing.
This platform is silly here.
One, I'm sure one, two, it's not actually security to them. Most of them aren't, and most of them are sitting in the place.
Just
I was on the boat so last night, I hate the polo because it's so narrow, and then it's also, if I stand up straight into this one, right? So,
I've seen some shitty ones with volley rules.
yeah, jeez,
That's great.
that's terrible.
It doesn't take a lot to kick the little braking mechanism. Just stupid.
I'm on boats next week, but keep an eye on the money one as well. I really don't like that.
So Regis will be instigating a minute silence.
Oh, is it? Oh, before.
So you know what it's all about.
I will be,
And I reckon
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build, or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability, and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Come on! Wait up!
Is everyone ready to play?
I think the people involved, you get to meet a lot of people in football, and that's just one of the great things. Not only is the sport great, but the people involved, so fellow referees, players, coaches, even fans. I love officiating because it keeps me involved in football. I was a player, but I don't reckon I could cut it out there anymore, at least at any decent level. But as a referee, I get to be involved in higher levels of football, keeps me involved, keeps me fit, and is great fun. I think I have a moment of this is why I do this every week. It's always good fun to get out there, and there are tough moments, but being resilient and succeeding, even just in the little things throughout a match. I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn, and as a referee you'll surely come across a lot of them, and I certainly have. I reckon give it a go. You will face challenges, but that's a part of it, and I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings, Tom Wren for sport, Jade Robran on the scene as it happens, Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide, Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local, and only on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Good afternoon and welcome to Corinna Reserve for round 3. For round 3 of this NPLSA clash between Sturt and MetroStars. I'm your commentator, Mark Talbot, and thank you for joining me on the FSA League's YouTube channel. Sturt going into game undefeated. We're going to have a quick look at these starting lineups with Sturt first. Number 2, Michael Moroney. Number 5, Edward Elton. Number 6, Mohammed Motashami. Number 8, Thanasis Lessie. Number 12, Harrison Rogers. Number 13, Adam D'Agostino. Number 19, Philemon Asefa. Number 20, Manly Barnett. Number 21, Zalan Meleg. Number 23, Gonzalo Rodriguez. And number 30, Hassan. For your MetroStars, number 1, Cody Ostrike. Number 2, Samuel Vizzi. Number 6, Jackson Fortunato. Number 7, Hamish Gow. Number 8, Christian Satira. Number 9, Andre Carl. Number 10, Jesse Francesca. Number 20, Lionel Muhitira. Number 22, Jackson Walls. Number 25, Michael Chittadini. And number 77, Donatan Neon Kuru, as their players are walking out We will observe a minute silence for the passing of Joe Tripodi, OAM, in the week. Both teams now line up in their respective sides. Sturt going into the game undefeated through the first 2 rounds, and Metro 1 win and 1 loss in their first 2, so a big game ahead for both teams. Sturt looking to stay undefeated, while Metro desperately want that 3 points to keep close to the top of that table, with Burkalla currently sitting out on top with 7 points. Adelaide City, who are playing today and kicked off at 2:30 playing against Adelaide United, sitting in second, and Playford, who also are playing today at 3 o'clock, in third. And just go through the benches after we've done the lineups. We'll just go through the benches. Number 1 for Sturt, Josh Kavanagh on the bench. Number 11, Jaden Diamantis. Number 14, Harry Silvestri. Number 15, Dylan D'Agostino. Number 16, Jack Dunstall. And 33, Nathan Humphreys. And on the bench for MetroStars today, Rentaro Miyakawa, Binyam Kabidi in 14, number 17, Thomas Visser returning from injury. Received a week and a half ago, so he's back on the bench. Number 23, Scott Nagel, number 24, Anthony Rapuano, and number 50, and reserve goalkeeper Vincent Barbaro, as the teams do their last minute run-throughs or team talks, as Sturt are lining up their team talk at the moment. What a game this is shaping up to be. Like I said, Metro needing this win to get to 6 points and two wins from 3 games. Sturt looking to remain undefeated and claim their 3rd scalp of the RAA MPLSA for 2026. Your match officials today, Regis Queffelek, the man in the middle, and he's ably assisted by Thomas Temby and Judah Tan. The coaching staff, we've got Adam Van Dommel for MetroStars and John Fusco in charge of the Sturt team, as Metro will get us underway. And here we go. Metro get us underway here at Premier Reserve for round 3. 2 games today being kicked off at 3 o'clock, and this is one of them. And it is the last 2 games of the round. With the Adelaide City game that is being played today, they kicked off at 2:30. Satira turns, beautifully gets away and draws the foul. As that ball switched out to Leon Kuru on the far side.
Final great ball.
And Elton ushers him out of play and wins the throw. Happy to go all the way back to Claudio striking goal, and he goes long looking for Leon Kuru, and that's met by Philemon Sefa. a slip there, and Sturt can worry with it. But Jackson Walls is quick to pounce, and he's now moving forward all the way. He finds Chittadini on the left-hand side. He's able to cut back in. Moves out, and the ball goes out for a throw-in. Vizzy will take this throw from Metro, goes inside to Satira. He slips but able to turn, and Zephyr gets there first. D'Agostino goes long looking for Gonzalo Rodriguez, and he's met by Muatiro. There's a slight push, but gets away with it, and ball goes out for a throw. Rogers gets his head onto that one. First, and Barnett comes through and happy to put his foot through that to go all the way down the end for a goal kick. With MetroStars lining up in the usual 4-3-3. Vizzy left back, Muatira and Fortunato in at centre backs this week, as no Christian D'Angelo. McNamara was sent off last week. Jackson Walls at right back, and through the middle just Francesca, Satira and Hamish Gow. Ostrak goes long looking for Andre Carl, who's the main man at the moment up front for MetroStars, and what a main man he's been in the past for Croydon, winning them the game last year against Metro in that final, scoring the winner in the 93rd or 4th minute. Moroney goes all the way back to Meleg, and he's going to go long, and does, and that's going to head towards the dugouts, and it's going to just drift out of play. Crew on the right wing, Chittadini on the left wing. So that's cleared, and Rodriguez gets a slight touch, goes through to Muatiro.
We want this ball, you've got to come back and help.
Metro happy to play out through the back, and here's Francesca. He looks to clip in Niankuru in behind, and he's onto it. Niankuru down the right hand side, he looks up, crosses. It's cut out there by Manly Barnett, beautifully positioned to intercept and Sturt play out. And then they go long looking for Hassan on the far side, and they find him. It's been a real threat this season so far as he takes on Jackson Fortunato into the box. Comes across and finds Lessie. Just waiting for Rogers to make the move, and he does. He crosses first time, cleared by Wolves. As far as D'Agostino. Here's Lessie again. Finds Vizzy here, just in front of me in the commentary box, and he's able to get forward, and he finds Satira. Satira's now on the move. He goes to Niankuru, who tries to flick around Elton, but cleared by Asefa, and that's going to join the Koalas on the far side. First half of this round 3 clash. Shani there, happy to get a boot and send that one out again with the Koalas on the far side, so that's 2 now. With his throw, goes down the line looking for Niankuru. Balls crosses first time. Rogers able to get his head on it clear, and as far as Gow. Satira, here's Chittadini. Crosses, but blocked by Moroney. And out for a throw-in. this throw on the near side, in that corner. Finds Satira. Eventually, Satira's deemed offside, only gets the ball back, and Sturt will come away with this one. Barnett goes back to Melee. Melee goes long, looking for Lessie. And he's won the first one, and Matira's in the back of him, and it's no advantage there from Perflex, so he's pulled it back. Just asking a question. Oh, that's a free kick. And he's run into me. That would be a sore one for Lessie as he takes one in the back. Will hurt his neck, just hit. And Maroney will take this one. 20 yards into the half. He goes short, but Perfect hadn't blown the whistle yet. So back former A-League and Adelaide United player. Get the ball moving. He crosses looking for Rodriguez. Cleared by Muhatira. Not very far. Hamish Gow's then able to get a boot on it and send it forward. It's only as far as Barnett, and he goes all the way, goes back to Philemon Asefra, and they're happy to go all the way back to Melee, and he goes long looking for Hassan. That's going to be a fantastic battle out on that right-hand side for MetroStars. Walls and Hassan. Hassan, like I said, been in some great form so far this season in the first two games. So Jackson Walls, very experienced fullback for such a young age. Jackson, 25. Plenty of experience, been around the track for a long time. He's club captain now that Toby Barbiero's retired, and that throws through the middle to Gow. Gow pulled back a little bit, but he gets away, no foul. With Lessie able to stay calm. Rodriguez up front, and he's crowded out quickly and goes out for a throw in. Busy cuts that one out. He falls to Lessie. He's able to switch it to young Elton. Elton crosses, looking for the far post for Rodriguez, and finds him. Rodriguez looks to shoot, does so, but doesn't hit that as well as he would have liked. And straight into the arms of Cody Ostrike, and then Jackson Walls wins the free kick. Fortunato will take this one for MetroStars. Sturt will be looking to break the hood of. Able to beat MetroStars for a number of years. Here's Cittadini up against Maroney. Cuts inside, but forced wide. Here's Cittadini again, looking down the line. Finds Vizzy. He's able to cross, but blocked. One time Sturt did beat Metro, was in the final series back in 2021. 4-3 win on penalties in the first round of the finals. They then went on to beat Souths in round 2 that year, again to penalties, 6-5 that time. In the league they've struggled to get any sort of result. So Hamish Gow steps on the ball. It's from what I can tell, 8 games played, 0 wins, 1 draw and 7 losses. Yeah, Metro certainly got the wood over Sturt. Good tackle there from Jesse Francesco, and he's able to come away with it. He now pushes forward. Goes wide to Walls. Kura outside. Finds Walls down the line in some space. He's able to cross and does so. Goes far post looking for Andre Carl, who gets there, as does Rogers, and it's cleared. Not very well. Shani gets a head on it, and as far as Walls, he's in the box. And Crew goes wide, and he's able to find him, but that goes out of play and out for a goal kick. First half chance there for Andre Carl. Sturt to play out, but give it away. Metro applying the pressure. Here's Satira. Finds Neon Kuru into the box. He shoots. Cross goal, and it's in! Sneaks it in at the far post. Neon Kuru opens the scoring for MetroStars, and off he goes with his celebration. And Hatira joins in as well. What a good finish that is from Neon Kuru. He's able to get into the box. Hits it across Meleg. Nestled into that far post, just inside the post. And MetroStars 1-0. 13 minutes. Certainly what MetroStars would have wanted. Good early goal to help them on their way to 3 points. Now let's see what Sturt can do to come back from that. Sturt get us underway again. Lessing a beautiful return in the middle of the park and ease it away. Here's Hassan. Chased down by Francesca. Eventually crowded out by the Metro midfield of Francesca and Hamish Gow. Seffer gets his foot on that one unless he gets there first. And then Francesca gets in. He's able to play Chidadini looking in behind Maroney. Maroney will use all his experience and does so to win that one. And Rogers inside. And Hatira gets there in front of Rodriguez. Things just stepped up a little bit after that goal. Sturt will try and get the equaliser quickly, but Metro sort of used that to step up their intensity. Melee goes along looking for Rodriguez. He gets there first and beautiful pushing touch there onto Shami, and he goes back to Maroney. Maroney looking for Rodriguez in behind, but finds him. Munatira used his pace and cuts that out very well in the end. And then he's cool, calm and collected to play odd strike. He finds Chidadini, and he's able to get past Maroney twice. Then beats Rogers and looks for the crossfield ball. Can't beat Elton. Satira gets it under control. Well played there by Metro in the end. Here's Jackson Walls with some space. He's able to look inside and goes outside to Neon Kuru, who's up against Elton. Gets into the box. Goes back to just Francesca, who has scored for Metro. This is what his third game in the league for Metro. Scored against Campbelltown. Winning round one. Vizzy looks for Andre Cole, finds him. He's able to get it under control and plays in Jackson Walls, who again has got plenty of space out on that right hand side. Plays up his options. He finds Neon Kuru. He crosses, but cut out by Asefa this time. But again, only as far as Walls. He crosses far post looking for Vizzy. Touchdown to Giudadini, and he's Vizzy again. Crosses in, looking for Andre Cole, but Melee gets there and then drop kicks looking for Rodriguez, but he can't get there. And Metro come away with it, and that's a push, and Hassan wins a free kick. Intensity has certainly gone up since that goal from both sides. On the ball again, very happy to pick it up in any space he can and play. Here's Barnett, forced a little bit wide, and he goes back to Melee. He clips it out for a throw in under a bit of pressure. He just asked Hassan to go pick something up. It might be a shin pad. Not quite sure what it was, but we'll Keep an eye on that one. Walls will have this thrown on the far side. It was his shin pad. Here's Satira. Finds Neon Kuru. Ball's happy to keep the ball, goes all the way back to Jackson Fortunato, who in turn he will go all the way back to Cody Ostrike. Trey just happy to keep the ball. Here's Hamish Gow. So what those two there, fascinating battle between Lessie and Hamish Gow today. Already proven so far. Ostrike goes long, looking for Andre Carl. Moroney gets there first and happy to nod that back to his keeper. Looking for Lessie. He's crowded. Out by two players there, and wins the throw. As Metro win that throw, sorry. Look to take this throw just in front of us. One of the Sturt dugout. Gets it back. A couple of players missing for MetroStars. One McNamara, missing D'Angelo at the moment. Also, Blazeka. Here's Hamish Gow. He crosses, but there's no one there. Cleared by Sturt unless he picks it up. Looks for D'Agostino. And Moroney forced to go backwards. Here's D'Agostino again. Was in a little bit of space, but quickly closed down by Satira. As Moroney looks to find Rodriguez, but Mahitira is there to cut it out. And plays Gow in through the middle. Gow goes wide to Neon Kuru, who cuts inside onto his left, looking for Satira and finds him in the box. He turns and hits it, but just snatches at it, goes wide. Doesn't quite hit it as well as he would have liked. But a great opportunity there for MetroStars. As we tick over into 20 minutes played so far in this round 3 clash. And chat to a local who backs you and your team. It's better to be a member with RAA. As that goes out for a throw in. And a quick round the grounds. One World LED and Sportal Systems for your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions. We've got a goal in the Adelaide United game. Just before half-time, Adelaide United take a 1-0 lead. And it is now half-time there. Playford and Croydon Kings playing their game today as well. 3 o'clock. Playford and Croydon currently 0-0 after 20 minutes. And in the HBG Home State League 1, Adelaide Athletic on Fulham are currently 0-0. Mowbray Jets are 1-0 over the Cove. Panthers and Raiders are 0-0. Salisbury United and Adelaide Blue Eagles 0-0. And last night's results, Adelaide Olympic beat Eastern 2-1. Cumberland lost to Adelaide Cobras 2-0. And in the NPL last night, West Adelaide 3-0 winners over Adelaide Comets, 5-0 winners of FK Beergrad over Para Hills, and West Holmes Bacala 3-2 thanks to a very late goal from George Blackwood to win 3-2 over Campbelltown. Here's Vizzy down the left-hand side. Looks to cut in. Does so. Gets into the box, and Moroney again just using all his experience there to usher that ball out of play. Playing at the back. Barnett, Moroney and Asefa playing as the 3 centre-backs. They play with wing-backs in Rogers and Elton, right and left sides, and then 3 through the middle as Rodriguez does find Elton on that far side. Scored his first goal last week. He goes inside and finds Hassan. Here is Elton again. He crosses looking for Rogers. Rogers free in the box, gets his head onto it, And Ostrike forced to tip that over the bar. Great effort there from Rogers. But he was free inside the box. He did well to get enough purchase on that to force Cody Ostrike into a great save. And Sturt playing with Motashami, D'Agostino, Lessie in a bit of a free roll to pick up the ball wherever he can. Hassan Rodriguez, the two strikers. As Elton has come across to take this corner on the near side. And he swings this one in, goes centrally in. Ostrike gets a fist onto that and a good strong fist at that as well, and it goes out on the far side for a throw-in. And this time Moroney will go across from the right side to take this throw in, and I dare say it will be a long throw in from the evergreen Michael Moroney. Regis just telling Neon Crew he's got to step back from the line a little bit. He does go long into the box with the flick and the hit from Asefa, and this goes wide but takes a deflection. Great effort there from Asefa. He did well to get his boot onto that, and good defending to get in the way to block it. But that's caused some issues, that long throw in for Metro just then. So it'll be interesting to see if Sturt can utilise that further into this game, as Gonzalo Rodriguez will take this corner. He goes far post looking for Moroney, and Andre Carl's there, and then Matir is there to clear. Andre Carl goes line, but that's blocked, and he eventually gets it back and is able to go line. But Elton all the way across from his left wing back roll to force that one out for a throw in. As we are stopping here for a quick drinks break as we hit just 24 minutes into this game. And as you can understand, it is relatively warm out there, but playing on the artificial will be even hotter. Always a few more degrees hotter than what it would normally be due to the artificial and the synthetic turf. Also gives a chance for both coaches in Adam Van Dommel and John Fusco to chat with his team. But a very interesting first quarter of this game. Metro the upper hand with the goal in the 13th minute to Donatan Niankuru. Well struck shot that went past Meleg in goal, and he was unable to get down for it. And it just settled into he probably hit the inside of the far post and just settled in to the back of the net. And Sturt forcing Cody Ostrike into a really good save moments ago. As Modbury Jets have taken a 2-0 lead over the Cove in their HPG Home State League 1 clash. There are many games on today with the HPG Homes State League 2 North and South kicking their season off today. A couple of games were played last night in that as well. As Regis Quefflick gets us back underway after that short drinks break. Here's Vizzy on this near side with the throw. He goes long looking for Carl, and Moroney wins the free kick. He goes long looking for Lessie in behind, and Muhatira uses his pace to get there first. Well, Lessie wins it back. He's in the corner and crowded out by Vizzy and Muhatira, and eventually wins the corner. So we'll look to take full advantage of this one, as Elton will come across from his left wing back roll to take this one with that left foot of his. Scored with that left foot. His first goal was a free kick at this ground. Clipped it in towards the far post, and it sailed all the way through and settled nicely in the back of the net for him. Here he is taking this corner. delivers, goes far post, all the way through, and D'Agostino can't bring that under control, but he does get to it eventually and weighs up his options. He looks to cross but blocked. Here's Hassan. He goes all the way back, and Rogers deals with that very well. He then goes all the way back to Meleg, and then they find Elton in some space, but Metro quick to close down. Here's Rogers. Chittadini almost wins it, but Rogers does well to find Asefa, and Asefa weighs up his options. He goes long, but not on the same page as Hassan for that one, and knocks it all the way back down the line, and Fortunato for Metro picks it up. Fortunato goes inside, finds Carl. He drops it off for Nyankuru. Finds some space in the middle of the park now. Looks to beat players, but eventually just kicks that out of play, unfortunately, as he tries to beat them with pace. But Sturt well defended there and just ushers him out as we approach the 30-minute mark of this RAA NPLSA clash between Sturt and MetroStars. And Muhitira wins the free kick. And MetroStars missing one of their regular centre backs in Noah McNamara. Out suspended today after receiving red card last week. No D'Angelo for them at the moment either. And Lockie Barr left in the off-season. So deputising today, Muhitira and Jackson Fortunato. Here's Chittadini. Weighs up his options. Metro just happy to keep the ball. Sturt just happy to sit off and allow Metro to have the ball. Wait for the passes to find the right person, then they'll look to attack. Here's Muhitira, goes inside at Chittadini. He goes wide and finds Nyankuru on the far side, up against Elton. Looks to get in the box and does so. Comes back outside. Finds Chittadini. Chittadini looked to line up. He does turn and shoot, but Meleg claims that one very easily in the end, as Chittadini slipped as he was hitting it. And Meleg will go long. A drop kick. Haven't seen that for a while. I did it the first time. I didn't think much of it, but that's twice now, and it's not every day you see a goalkeeper do the old drop kick. Here's Satira into the box, up against Moroney. Cuts onto his right, hits it, blocked. Gets it back. Can't find a shot through, but here's Chittadini. He hits it and does not hit that well at all, and that goes out for a goal kick on the far side as he swiped across that one, and ball just sailed harmlessly out for a goal kick. That goal kick goes long. Fortunato wins that header. He wins another one. That one goes out for a throw in though. He's Hassan on the far side, looking to beat Jesse Francesco in his third game for MetroStars. Scored on debut for Metro in that win against Campbelltown in round one, after his move from the now HPG Home State League 1 Mowbray Jets. As Lessie happy just to hook that one towards his goalkeeper, and Meleg then volleys that out of play under pressure from Andre Cole. Metro certainly applying the pressure high up the pitch. Liam Curry joining Metro from Raiders, joined for the Australia Cup. The Australian Championship that we had in the off-season. So MetroStars certainly had a long season last year, and it didn't get much of a break in the off-season. Muhitira, Gao, happy to go back to Jackson Fortunato. He weighs up his options. He finds Vizzy, who's come in from interstate. Here's Fortunato, finds Cittadini. Great little touch to Satira. Satira then finds Andre Carl. Great play from Metro. Andre Carl cuts it, looking for Gow, but cut out by Barnett. Brilliantly done there. And Moroney comes away with it for Sturt. He's happy to keep it and go back to Rogers. Here's Barnett. He'll go long. And that's gone out of play. Again, Metro applying a high press to that Sturt back line. Here's Andre Carl, the focal point for Metro, and he wins that free kick. In what could be a dangerous position here. About 30 yards out. Metro have certainly got some dead ball specialists in their ranks. Hamish Gow, first one that comes to mind. The Sturt send their boys out for warm-up. Also allows Metro to send the tall timber forward. And it is Andre Carlin. Hamish Gow over this one. I said it's a fair way out. Andre Carl looks like he's lining up. He does hit it. He goes near post and it's just gone wide. Got it over the wall, got it under the bar, but couldn't keep it inside the uprights. And Meleg happy to see that one go wide. And chat to a local who backs you and your team. It's better to be a member with RAA. Proud sponsors of the RAA NPLSA here and have been for a few years now. It's great to have such a local on board for what is a great spectacle of local football. Here's Neon Kuru. He's able to cut inside and he looks to line up on his left, does so eventually, but straight into the breadbasket of Zalen Meleg. And he gets the game underway again. Distribution out to Rogers. Moroney goes inside but cut out by Vizzy. Vizzy looks for Andre Carl. Eventually falls to Carl. Can't get away from Barnett. Goes wide to Cittadini. He's up against Rogers. Happy to play back inside to Carl. Carl able to turn and into the box. He slips but keeps going. Here's Cittadini into the box. Crosses. Cut out by Sturt and out for a corner. Just Francesca will come across to take this one. Hamish Gow also there as a short option. Tall timber's gone up. And Francesca makes his signal. He goes near post. Andre Carl can't get a touch on it and eventually cleared by Sefa, but not very far. Hamish Gow, Cittadini. Finds Jackson Walls. He crosses first time looking far post and finds Francesca on this near side. And here's Hamish Gow. A great corner from Jesse Francesca, and Carl just couldn't quite get his head onto it. Here is Jesse Francesca. He hits it, but he hits that one too high and it's over the bar. Again, MetroStars applying most of the pressure here. Sturt just struggling to get out of their box. Probably the last 10 or so minutes now. Sorry, out of their own half, should I say. As Meleg goes to Asefa inside and finds D'Agostino, and he finds Elton. Some good play here from Sturt, but quick pressure from Metro in Jackson Fortunato in this case, but gives away the free kick. And Sturt will take this free kick and get us underway. Philemon Asefa goes to Matashami. He goes back to Asefa. He goes long looking for Rodriguez. He's up against Fortunato and MetroStars win that one and Francesca's able to play Neon Kuru. Here is Francesca. He looks for Cittadini. He dummies it and finds Carl. Carl gets it back to Cittadini. Cittadini hits it, and it's just gone over the bar from Cittadini, just inside the box. Great volleyed effort there. Again, Sturt just struggling to hold the ball up top, not finding Rodriguez's feet as much as they would like. And then he's getting surrounded by players. As soon as he gets the ball, there's normally 2 or 3 Metro players. Good touch there from Lessie. Here is Rodriguez. Lessie. Sturt also missing players. Sortini, crucial player for them. They're number 10. He's out injured at the moment. Went off last week after only about 18 minutes of gameplay. As that cross comes in, Ostrike comes out and gets a fist to it. Great ball in there, and Rodriguez was looking to get on the end of it, but Cody Ostrike comes out with a big fist and managed to punch that one wide. But it does allow Sturt to have a long throw. Moroni special. Yes, he does. Goes long into the box looking for Barnett. Won by Gal, cleared. Cittadini then able to bring that under control and knock it long. And just give something for Carl to chase, but Elton deals with that beautifully and goes back to his keeper. Here's D'Agostino. He's able to switch the play and look for Hassan out on the far side and finds him well when he brings it under control beautifully. Up against Jackson Walls, into the box. Crosses, cleared by Fortunato. Much better there from Sturt, able to isolate Hassan. He's able to run at Jackson Walls. That's probably what he does best, is runs at defenders and forces them onto their back foot. In that case, he managed to force Jackson Walls back, and then the clearance from Fortunato in the end. But Sturt certainly needs to look at that as an option, as that's a bit short, and Lessie does well to win it, but it's only as far as Neon Kuru. He trips on the ball but manages to keep hold of it well. He's weighing up his options. Comes wide to Cittadini. Cuts in onto his right and crosses, but just too much on that. It sails over Andre Carl's head and out for a goal kick. As we approach 40 minutes, or just tick over 40 minutes of this first half, the RA NPLSA round 3 clash between Sturt and MetroStars. Mobile LED and Sportal Systems for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions. 1-0 on the scoreboard here at Carina Reserve. Neon Kuru with the goal in the 13th minute. Sturt unable to find a reply at this stage. Still 1-0 at Adelaide City against Adelaide United. Play for Croydon, still 0-0 just before half time there. Plenty of goals in the HPG Home State League 1 with Modbury Jets 4-0 over the Cove at the moment just before half time, and Panthers are 2-0 down against Raiders with a few minutes to go before half time. Not looking good for Panthers at this stage of the season. Three games, two losses, but 2-0 down at this stage against Raiders at home. I'll certainly need to do something in that second half to get a result there. And the Adelaide Atletico and Fulham game is still currently 0-0, as Salisbury and Blue Eagles are as well. But Modbury certainly turning it on this afternoon against the Cove, as did FK Beergrad last night in their clash. 5-0 winners over Para Hills. As Walls takes that throw and goes all the way back. There's Vizzy. He finds Cittadini just in front of the MetroStars dugout. He cuts inside and weighs up his options. forces Moroney to follow him, and he has to follow him all the way in. Here's Neon Kuru. The ball runs out of play. And as I said, we've got Bocala 3 wins. Two wins from 3 games. They're sitting on top with 7 points after their win over Campbelltown last night. Adelaide City playing at the moment against Adelaide United, who Adelaide United haven't won a game yet. Here's Satira for MetroStars. Surrounded by Sturt players, but he managed to dig out a ball to Gow. Jackson Walls. Francesca finds Gow. Plenty of space to move into, and he does so. Weighs up his options. Finds Vizzy. And happy to keep the ball moving, and they'll go all the way back. Metro finding a lot of space in between the lines at times. As Andre Carl slides in and wins that. Here's Francesca. Did sign in the off-season, but not in time for the Australian Championship. As Rodriguez, beautiful touchdown to Lessie and gets it back. But he doesn't have a lot of help up front with him, and he's given it away. Here's Andre Carl onto Neon Kuru. Neon Kuru hits it. Sends that one wide of Meleg's right hand upright. Another great opportunity there for Kanana Neon Kuru. Just snatched at it a little bit. Again, Sturt just struggling with the big gap between their midfield and their striker. Rodriguez just doing a lot of work, but unable to find feet on that one, and probably just needs some help as Lessie goes up, loses out to Vizzy, and Vizzy wins it from Moroney. Here's Andre Carl, able to run, finds Satira. Francesca hits it. Same outcome as the Neon Kuru shot, and goes past Meleg's right hand upright. Big halftime team talk coming up for Fusco as we do approach 45 minutes and approach halftime. It's just not quite clicking for Sturt at the moment. It's going to be a big team talk for him to get his Chargers up for the second half. And Dunwall as well has a big halftime team talk ahead of him as well to keep this lead or extend it if they can. Not an easy place to come up here to Corinna Reserve. The ball bounces around between the Sturt players, and eventually they get the ball down and play. Here's Philomena Sefa. Elton goes inside to D'Agostino, and he looks to go line. And Hassan is not going to get there in front of Walls, and Walls will happily see that one out over the line. This throw goes inside to Mahatira. Again, Metro players just finding enough time on the ball to be able to play, as Andre Carl can now turn in the middle of the park. He finds Francesca. Metro look to try and get forward maybe one last time in this half as we do move into time added. Here's Vizzy. Cittadini's able to turn and face forward. Satira. Vizzy. Again, Metro happy to keep the ball moving, even if that's the play back, but then they're finding the space. Here's Cittadini. Wide to Neon Kuru, up against Elton. Does well to keep the ball and eventually find his way to Gow. Here is Hamish Gow on his favoured left. He won't shoot from that far out just yet. A good tackle there from Mahatashami, who doesn't allow Gow the ability to turn, and then eventually the ball goes out off Rodriguez for a throw-in. So thanks earlier Sturt, missing player Sortini 1. Atkinson another, who's been at the club a very long time and sits in the middle of the park and allows the players like Sortini and Lessie to get on the ball and play, and does a lot of the wins the ball back and then looks to play himself. It's finding those players. As Metro get the ball moving through a throw in. Here's Cittadini. Happy again to go all the way back to Jackson Fortunato. Again, Metro just happy to move the ball mid-tier. Do we want to keep that in, and does so. Goes inside, it's not going to be able to be kept in, and it goes out for a throw-in right in front of me here. Come over 42 minutes almost. Oh, sorry, 42, 2 minutes of time added. I'm not sure how much longer we'll have, but we did have a drinks break, so as Leslie can't bring that under control, and it goes out for a throw-in against, like I said, big team talk coming up for both coaches here. Sturt having to get this game, being second best, and Regis brings the first half to a close with Metro stepping to goal. Neon Kuru cutting in from that right and angling shot across goal, and Meleg unable to get down and get to it as it settled in at the far post. Sturt giving Cody Ostrike a moment where he was forced into a, as we go in. Join me on the others. Round 3 RA NPLSA clash between Sturt and MetroStars.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings. Tom Wren for sport. Jade Robran on the scene as it happens. Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide. Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local, and only on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Welcome, football fans, one and all, to the 2025 RAA MPLSA Grand Final, a night where history beckons. Under the lights here tonight, one team will end their years of wait and finally add another elusive star upon their crest, while the other will face heartbreak and their dreams of glory will have to wait yet another year. It's the MetroStars Soccer Club facing up against Croydon Football Club. And we're underway here. We have a lift-off in the 2025 RAA MPLSA Grand Final. You can hear the noise already.
Success in this game. Hopefully for him that changes tonight.
First corner of the day by Michael Chidini. Near post. Walls with a header. And it's a great save from Daniel Margosh near to his post on the right there. But it's the first chance of the day, Mark, and it's a great delivery. Goes again, Chidini looking for that near post. This time it's a Croydon head. Out to Satira with the volley. Not sure if the goalkeeper had sight of that one, but it's just gone past the near post.
Yeah.
Here's Oscar Slattery looking to deliver. It's a great ball in as well. Nobody's there for Croydon. And now John will try and clean this up at the back post. John on his left foot strikes and deflected out for the first corner for Croydon, Mark. A great delivery there from young Oscar Slattery. Again off the boot of Polly. Celebrated his 150th game this year. Out. Trimboli with a right-footed strike, and that's far and wide, but an early sider there for Croydon and their leading marksman this season, Luca Trimboli. Here's his delivery now, near post. Good defensive header. Still going to come to Hisamoto with a strike on the left. Didn't connect with that one as he would have liked, and goes far over the bar.
Yeah, they know that the fact is they've got the ability to get the ball into play, and this is where they can catch teams out.
That missed header has led it to Chidini on the edge of the box. Has a strike deflected. Porter's there. The goalkeeper is too. I think he might have been offside there, Porter, but Daniel Margosh putting himself in the danger area.
Really does a lot of hard work and a lot of work that people don't normally see a lot of.
Passio John doing the work to find Klimek free. And now it's Trimboli with a left-footed strike. Caught neatly on the volley there, but he can't find the target, Mark.
Press a little bit higher. Press a little bit harder, and it's proof in the pudding now.
Back to Klimek, first time delivery. Finds all the way out to Styles, who tries to lift it far post for Slattery, wins the header. Trimboli, does he get a second opportunity? He's going to go with his left again. And now John with Nagel. John has the strike. It's just past the far post, Mark.
Supremacy with that ball and on the park.
Here's Visser back with the ball at his feet. It's a sight for Metro fans to enjoy. Woodfin now finds the free man. Satira puts a ball in. More fantastic work there from young Chris Vivian, getting in the way once again, Mark. And
he's a zip, and we've seen that by the fact that the passing has been fantastic.
That's an excellent ball from Chidadini to his opposing winger in Visser. He's going 1v1, trying to favour it onto that left foot. It is strike, but over the bar, and it's not deflected either, as Visser's trying to claim, but
him in the side.
Playing his 32nd game today. It's also in line with Jackson Walls and his goalkeeper there in Cody Ostrike. And the other three to play all games this season. Now we're in the box with Chidadini. Has a strike. It's got not enough power on it as Margush can come, and he may give a word there to. Looks like here's Polly. Great deep delivery. Mapaw's there with a header. It's a great save though. Cody Ostrike down to his right. Push it out for a corner, but
another 45, very similar to the first 45. Both teams willing to attack. Both teams throwing themselves on the line to defend.
Now McNamara has to deal with this. Hisamoto's going to beat him to the ball. Looks to have a strike's deflected, and it's in, Mark! Into the top right corner, and it's Maya Hisamoto who opens the scoring here in the RAA MPLSA final. And what a goal it is, Mark.
We said they've started 100 mile an hour. Both teams going for it. Croydon, first team to capitalise. Noah McNamara can't clear his lines. He's gone to hook it out. Trimboli read where he was going to go, managed to get the block in. It fell kindly to Hisamoto. Then Hisamoto able to get his shot on target.
Came out on the winning side of that occasion. So far in grand finals for Metro, he's not been so lucky. There's another turnover in the middle of the park. Trimboli, his touch is loose, but he beats Gow to the ball. Now he switches it. Excellent vision from Trimboli to find Passio John. He has the strike and it's deflected. And not more great defensive work from wingers. That was Chidadini all the way back. High boot there by Martinelli, but he's going to win the ball. Looks to deliver near post. No touch forthcoming for Croydon.
Up, Ren obviously, then Nagamatsu moved on. Windsor's come in. So when you're playing a side like this, that just allows you the opportunities as well.
Right in the thick of things there with a great touch. Looking for the return by Visser. Shapes to shoot instead, and maybe that was the wrong option as it skies well over the bar. But a good first introduction there for Owen Windsor. Took the ball down.
Coming off, but I think they'll be on fairly soon, unlike the delay to Owen Windsor when he made his entry due to an issue with the colour of his socks.
Ball comes in and it's a big chance there. Another switcher play by Woodfin. It's excellent to Visser. He's got to look to put a ball in here. Looks for the cutback instead. It's Chittadini. It's deflected. We're going to see another chance here on the break. Greco has fed Alexander Good. But his shot is deflected out, and it was some good defending there by MetroStars.
Exactly.
The other will take him on or look for the pass. He looks for the pass instead. And he spun well there, Windsor. And it's Chittadini with only the goalkeeper to beat. Takes it past him. And he can't find the back of the net. It's cleared off the line there by Vivian. But it's still alive here for Metro. And they'll win in the Shield final as well. So he's a man for the big occasion. And he might be the one to finish things off here tonight. But struggling to clear their lines here at Croydon. Visser trying to find the feet at Windsor. He's in behind, takes it past another one at Windsor. Too close to the goalkeeper, and Croydon will clear mark. But they're really pushing up. Can Croydon seal things off here with a second? Delivery into the box. It's dangerous, and it's just over. Additional time.
I was going to say that was just announced around the ground, the 6 minutes, and that's the boos from Croydon side of the grandstand.
D'Angelo's in the box now, looking for a cross, and it's in! It's Woodfin, the hero! The Americans got them back in the clash, Mark, and it's at the death here. He's just nicked into the near post. We said it might have been too late, but it's never too late for the Americans.
No, we always said it might be too late, but Metro have always got the opportunity. You can never write them off. And we thought that was a little bit odd that Woodfin was getting the ball rolling quickly, but it allowed McNamara to swing that ball into the far post. D'Angelo fighting, and we're going to head to extra time by the looks of it.
What a moment for MetroStars. They're back in this game, and we look like we're heading to extra time, but there's still 5 minutes to play here, Mark. And by all means, there could be more chances. Still in the box, and it's another goal! And it's Andre Cole, the hero for Croydon! We thought it was over, but it's not over, and Croydon look like they're going to go all the way to the win.
We can't say that now. We cannot say that now. We've just seen 2 goals in the space of a minute.
We said he was the man for the big occasions, Andre Cole, and he hasn't had too many this year, but this could be the biggest for him. Goals in grand finals. Who else do you call for but Mr. Andre Cole, Mark?
He's had a rough season. He's just come up and possibly won it for Croydon. Passage on. All the hard work he's put in this whole game. Puts in an absolute delightful ball.
McNamara can clear. Only to Martinello. A slip. Greco. Can he seal it with a third? It's deflected, and it's going to be a corner, Mark. That's another clearance. And the whistle's in the mouth of Regis Quefalek, and your champions for 2025 are Croydon FC. After 8 long years of wait, the crown is finally theirs, and it's going back to Bologna, Mark. It's bedlam there on the pitch. Your 2025 REA NPLSA champions, 6th time champions of SA here, and they're back on top, Croydon. The underdogs tonight, but they're going to be heroes for years.
Wait up!
Is everyone ready to play?
I think something most people don't realise about being a referee is how rewarding it actually is, and like the amount of friends and mates you make along the way. Like, it's just a really great community. I was really nervous. I just got a random call up and I went out to the ground, but it was really great. Like, I had great support my first game, and it was really good to just be surrounded by people who did support me. I love officiating football because it's really rewarding, and like, it's a great way to be still a part of the game even if you aren't playing. I think my "this is why I do it" moment was last year, oh no, this year actually. I made my debut as an A-League official, and just being in front of like a big crowd was really, really cool to have experience, and it clicked in that moment. I was like, yeah, this is 100% why I do it. I have a great support system like here at FSA behind me. I would 100% say to someone who was thinking of becoming a referee to absolutely just go for it. Like, it's not as scary as you think it might be. Like, it's really, really, really good.
Welcome back to this round 3 RA NPLSA clash between Sturt, MetroStars, and Sturt to get us underway for this second half. Sturt have made one change at the half-time break. As the ball goes through Regis, no advantage there as Andre Carl runs straight into Manly Barnett. And that change for Sturt is Motoshabi coming off and Jaden Diamantis coming on. Elton wins it back off Gow and he's able to release Rogers on the far side. Here is Diamantis with his first touch of the game. And Maroney goes forward, finds Diamantis. Again getting on the ball early, and that's a free kick for Sturt. As Diamantis runs Shardo and wins the free kick in what is a dangerous position, about 30 yards, 25 to 30 yards out. Trainer to come on after that hit. It was a heavy hit. As he is still down at the moment. And Diamantis is back up on his feet. Lassie's positioning the ball. Probably snuck a couple of yards there. And it will allow Lassie and Diamantis to discuss who's going to take this free kick. Very early opportunity straight after the half-time break. Things didn't quite work in that first half for Sturt as Diamantis steps away and Lassie is over this ball. And he goes for it, and Cody gets across and puts out a big paw, and Ostrike pushes that round the post as that would have settled inside that far post. Got it up and over the wall. Got it down in time as well, and big dive and paw to push that wide. And even Leslie there just went up to him and gave him a high five as just to show some admiration there for that save. Elton with the corner. He goes far post, and Ostrike gets a fist on that one. Crosses, looking far post. Goes all the way to Elton. Elton gets a nod back, and here's Rodriguez. He's able to hook it goal bound, but goes over the bar. Always expect the unexpected with Rodriguez in your side, as he scored an overhead kick here last week, and even then, just works his feet out of the way and manages to hook that ball goal bound. As Metro will look to play this goal kick. As the first time ball was still rolling. Here's Ostrike, goes wide to Vizzy. He's able to knock it down the line to Chittenden. He's surrounded by Maroney and Rogers comes away with it. He crosses, goes far post. There's Hassan with the head, back across goal and eventually cleared by Muhatira, only as far as Lessie. He's faced by Gow. It's been an ongoing battle with those two all day. As Lessie goes down the line. Oh, and Hamish Gow heavily plinth there on the far side. He's got himself back up, but Sturt certainly starting this second half the brighter of the two sides. As it wasn't probably their best half of football this season. This time he goes short. Here's Leslie, goes back to Elton. He swings it in, cleared by Fortunato. Diamantis looks to strike and does, but doesn't get past the first wall of defence. And Vizzy now able to find Chittadini in some space. In turn, he looks for Nyankuru. Nyankuru up against Rogers. Goes around him on the outside and into the box. They shoot, but eventually blocked right on the line, and Metro have turned that defensive mindset into an attacking play very quickly. Chat to who backs you and your with RAA. Proud sponsors of the RAA. NPLSA. As Francesca has a short to Hamish Gow. Gow will swing this in and does. Looking far post. Here's Muhatira. He lets it go to Walls. Walls hits it. That was goal bound, and Maroney gets in the way of it. Not sure he meant to, but he cannoned off his back and out for another corner, this time on the near side. The second half has started. Attack. As Hamish Gow will come across to take this one. Great to see both teams looking to play as it is warm. Official. We had a drinks break in the first half due to that heat. Hamish Gow sends this one in, goes near post. It's cleared by Rogers. Only as far as Walls, he can't keep it in. It goes out for a throw in. Blitz through the first 5 or 6 minutes of this second half. Both teams getting forward and pressure. Francesco goes long looking for Carl. He's going to get there first. Barnett does. But here's Satira. And eventually goes wide to Nyankuru. Nyankuru goes wide line and looks to cross, does so, but Asef is there this time to block that one. One World LED and Sportal Systems for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions as we tick over 7 or so minutes in this second half here at Sturt. As Hamish Gow swings this one in, goes near post, hits the post and goes out for a goal kick. And some round the ground scores. Adelaide City have levelled it up with Adelaide early and close to the end of the game now. Only 10 minutes left to play there. Playford and Croydon still 0-0 in the RA MPLSA, and in the HBG Home State League 1. Adelaide Atletico and Fulham still 0-0. Mowbray Jets still 4-0 over the Cove. Raiders still 2-0 over Panthers, and Salisbury United have taken a 1-0 lead over Adelaide Blue Eagles. As Asefa doesn't control that one, it goes out for a throw-in. Walls finds Andre Carl. Carl looks to go out. Son goes inside and puts Asefa under pressure. Here's Satira in the box. He crosses, but Asefa does well to deflect that, and Meleg claims. Roney on the very dangerous ball there into the box of Sturt, and Satira again high. As Francesca looks for Carl and finds him. Carl up against Asefa. He's into the box. Goes wide and puts a cross-come shot and straight into the arms of Meleg. He weighs up his options as he's down to 2. And he goes long. For Rodriguez, and Fortunato wins that header, but Rogers picks it up for Sturt. He releases Diamantis down the line. Can he keep it in? No, he can't. And it goes out for a throw-in. Certainly an attacking change from Fusco at half-time, bringing on Diamantis, former Croydon winger, for Montachami, who's a little bit more of a central midfielder. Forced Lessie to drop back a little bit. D'Agostino still playing the holding role. Lessie dropped down back a little bit, and Diamantis sort of playing up more so alongside Rodriguez now. Here's Muhatira. He's had a great game coming into the starting lineup today. Just chatting with Noah McNamara at half-time, who is due back next week, and he even said to me, he goes, I'll be back next week if I can get my position back. He said Muhatira Lionel's come in and done a great job. Here's Elton into the box. Back to Hassan. He looks to get across him, but goes back to Elton and blocked by Nyankuru. Here is Hassan against Walls. He's able to swing across into the far post. Rogers gets his head to it, but can only direct that one past the upright and out for a goal kick. As Ostrike goes long for Carl, who was standing in plenty of space. He's able to bring it down beautifully with that touch, and he finds Nyankuru. Here's Carl, Nyankuru. Andre Carl not seen. I'm a fan of plays. Very good number 9 for MetroStars. He was a great number 9 for Croydon for a few years, and like I said, he scored that winning header against MetroStars in the grand final last year, and then made the move across. Metro happy just to keep the ball. Here's Ostrike. Gao played round to Muhatira, who then finds Vizzy up the line. Great play there from Metro, just finding the free man. Here's Francesca inside, and he's crowded out by Moroni and Lessie, and eventually gives away the free kick. Good play there from Moroni, just using his experience and his body there to get in the way and win that free kick. And in doing so, Regis happily obliges by blowing that whistle. Barnett will look to switch this, looking for Hassan, and that's going to drift, well, not drift, but fly over his head, out for a throw-in. And Metro will get the game underway again. Andre Carl up against Barnett, beautiful touch, and a great volley there from Satira to release Cittadini. Up against Moroni, into the box. Here's Cittadini, cuts inside on his right, blocked. Great defensive work there in the end from Barnett and Moroni, and Meleg happily claims, but what a beautiful ball that was from Satira. Asefa goes long, finds Rodriguez. He's able to get it under control and play full. Look to go forward, but Lessie to Hassan. Hassan up against Walls again. He goes to the line to Lessie. Lessie will look to cross, but he does well to cut that back, but Walls gets there. And eventually, Grady Ostrike claims as it just trickles into his hands. As he releases Francesca in the middle of the park. Metro also without Cam Woodfin, still recovering from injury. RB Moller still recovering from injury as well. both teams missing players that have been crucial to the way they play in the past couple of seasons. Here's Chidini with the outside of the right boot, gets there. Meleg with the great touch. Forced wide, great keeping there from young Meleg. The cross came in, he got a hand on it. Nyonkuru then had the goal at his mercy. Meleg made himself big and forced him to go wide, but great in the end. Very highly rated young man, Zalen Meleg. Number 1 here at Sturt for the last couple of seasons. He's only 21 years of age. His sister Alona plays for Adelaide United in the Women's A-League. That goes long and Jackson Walls wins. Now for a throw-in. Elton will take the throw as we move into the hour mark of this game. 30 minutes left to go for Sturt to get something out of this game. They're still behind 1-0 to a goal to Nyonkuru in the 13th minute. As he goes long with the throw, Walls wins that header, and that's going to go out for another throw-in. They're slowly creeping their way down the line. Rodriguez touches inside to Diamantis. Diamantis into the box. He's able to get a cross in. Goes all the way through. Here's Moroni on the left. Blocked by 2 Metro players, who then releases Vizzy, who's able to open his legs, and away he goes. Cuts inside, then goes back. He fakes outside, comes back inside. Here's Chidadini. Metro looking to release Nyonkuru. Here he is on his left. Great save from Meleg down low to his right. Another opportunity there for MetroStars, and Meleg up to the task. Again, the transition from Metro from defence to attack is lightning fast. And Nyonkuru just unable to finish off what was such a quick move. And Sturt look to get ready a couple of their substitutions. Sturt come away with it. Here's Diamantis. He plays wide to Hassan. He does well to keep it in. He's on the move. Up against Walls. Looks to cut inside. Gets into the box. Eventually gets across. Diamantis can't bring that down to his advantage, and Gao clears. Satira with a great little touch over the shoulder, and he's away now. He goes inside and finds Chidadini. Chidadini's up against 5. He finds Satira. Sturt worked very hard defensively. Satira looks for Carl with a cross, and down goes Meleg and holds onto it well. Metro starting to turn the screws a little bit here. Sturt unable to cope with the way Metro are playing at the present moment, as Rodriguez wins that header, but only to Metro to claim it. And here's Gao. He's under pressure from Diamantis, and Sturt win the ball back. Sturt now happy to keep the ball while they can, as Sturt look to go to the bench. As D'Agostino looks to switch in behind Walls, and Walls gets there in front of Hassan. And Nyonkuru can't keep that one in. And Sturt are going to the bench, bringing on Harry Silvestri in place of Rogers, who's worked tirelessly up and down that right-hand side. In that wing-back role. So second substitution there for Sturt. First one made at half-time. So we move into played over the hour mark now. And Metro have their players in the corner warming up, as do Sturt. Got a young player heading out, wins that one, and it just takes the throw. Walls goes long looking for Nyankuru down the line, but Elton gets there first and they play themselves out of trouble. Well, but only as far as Francesca again. Metro able to pick up the second balls today, and that's been really difficult for Sturt. And Metro keep winning these second balls. It allows them to then get the ball down and play. As Vizzy goes line, finds Cittadini. Here's Francesca. He finds the and go forward. Forces him to halt his run. He plays it wide to Nyankuru, who's able to cut inside onto his left. He looks for Satira, but that's overhit. Meleg will claim that one. And that's D'Agostino gone down. He seemed to be struggling a little bit earlier. I did notice he was just... He's run his race for the day. It is hot out there. It's hard work out there, that's for sure. Like I said, you're down on that artificial. It is a lot hotter than what the general temperature is. I think Regis has just said to the teams, go have your drinks break. It'll be interesting to see if D'Agostino comes off now or if he's able to continue, but it's been a lot of hard work in there for him. And just allows them to have a chat with their players. Will give us a chance. Let's have a quick look around the grounds thanks to One World LED and Sportal Systems for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions. Let's see what's happening in the local football here in SA. And it looks like it's Adelaide City 2, Adelaide United 2, with only a few minutes left to play and time added there. Playford have taken a 1-0 lead over Croydon after 65 minutes. And in the HBG Home State League 1, Adelaide Atletico and Fulham still 0-0. Mowbray Jets still 4-0 over the Cove. Raiders 2-0 over Panthers, and Salisbury United still 1-0 over the Blue Eagles. And there are games on this evening as well, as we've got a fixture list of games across the Apex Steel Women's. Adelaide City taking on Elizabeth Grove at 5 o'clock. South Adelaide Women's taking on Mowbray Jets at 5:15, and Sturt Lion Women's taking on the Cove at 8:15 tonight. And in the HBG Home State League 2, as there is that change, D'Agostino making way as expected. Did seem to be struggling a little bit, and he's made way, and Jack Dunstall has come on. And he'll come on into the midfield, and it looks like further deep with Dunstall coming on. Diamantis is sort of playing in that 10 role. Dunstall will come on into the middle of the park, unless he will probably drop back a little bit deeper and try and pick up the ball. Here's Hassan Diamantis. Here is Dunstall. His options, he crosses, goes to Rodriguez with a free head, and he's unable to get it goal bound. And the flag goes up for offside. He didn't know that at the time. And Metro now going to the bench for their first time today. And Nyankuru, the goal scorer, making way for the return of young Visser. Be great for Metro to make his way back on to the pitch after being out injured for last week and a half, 2 weeks. Right hand says, strike goes long, and Regis says, what are you doing? Yeah, I haven't blown the whistle yet. So that's going to go all the way back for a goal kick. This time he goes short. As As we approach 70 minutes of this game, Fortunato goes long looking for Carl, and Carl gets in front. Ball eventually goes back to Francesca. Here's Gao. Minutes. Cittadini turns 2. Here's Cittadini into the box. Hits it. Blocked by Asefa. Falls to Visser. He's inside and cut out by Dunstall. Here's Rodriguez. Finds Dunstall. Dunstall looks to play the other substitution. Silvestri. He's out on the right hand side. He's able to run at Vizzi and goes wide. Moroni keeps it in. Crosses, and that's gone out for a corner. Good play there from Sturt. As we approach 70 minutes, like I said, only 20 minutes remaining in this game for Sturt to get something out of it at this present moment. 1-0 down thanks to a goal to Neon Kuru in the 13th minute. As Elton goes all the way across to take this one with that left foot of his. He goes far post all the way, and Moroni's there, but drifts over his head and out for a goal kick. Been a battle between Andre Carl and Moroni on those corners. Rodriguez puts Ostrach under some pressure, and he goes long. Barnett wins the header, but again, Metro winning the second balls. Here's Satira. Looks to find Visser, but cut out by Elton. Dunstall plays in Lessie. Jack down the line, cuts inside, looks up, beats Elton. Almost beat Dunstall, but Dunstall does well, and Hassan turns Francesca. He's able to play on Diamantis. He beats Fortunato, but not Muhutira. Puts that one out onto the main road behind me here in the box, or should I say on the scaffold. And it does allow Moroni to come forward for a long throw. It's caused some worries for MetroStars, this long throw. Let's see how they deal with this one. Sturt haven't been able to profit from it yet, but there's still time as Moroni goes long into the box. Up by Fortunato, only as far as Diamantis, who volleys a goal bound, hits the bar! What an effort that was from Diamantis here at the moment. Lessie tries to bring that under control inside the box. Here's Hassan. Leslie crosses, goes far post. And Barnett gets his head onto it, but can only force that one over the bar. And what an effort that was from Jaden Diamantis. Managed to get the touch. The turn and volley had beaten Cody Ostrach all ends up. Unfortunately for Sturt, it just rattles off that crossbar. And Metro breathe a sigh of relief. After that effort, they go long looking for Carl, and Asefa's going to get there first. Francesca wins the second ball. He gets past Dunstall, and he continues on, goes wide to Cittadini. Cittadini looks to get into the box. Silvestri gets there first and clears. But what an effort that was from Diamantis. Would have certainly been, first settled into the back of the net, would have certainly been in goal of the week contention, that one. Play around the trouble but lose out eventually. Here's Diamantis. Yes. Shirk one challenge and eventually finds Moroni well. But he's put into an offside position. Muhatira will look to take this one. Regis just having a chat with Hamish Gow, as he doesn't like the way he was talking to him, and Hamish Gow avoids a card. Seeing no cards at all. Here's Muhatira for MetroStars. Finds Chittadini and they're happy to play again. Keep the ball moving. Here is Muhatira, able to step into the midfield. Finds Francesca. For weighing up his options. Puts Francesca under a bit of pressure there. Muhatira does well and Francesca does well. He's just lost his... He does well there. Here's Vizzy. Satira crowded out and eventually loses the ball, and it's a throw into Sturt. Metro are going to the bench for their second change today, and it's Scott Nagel coming on. He's coming on for Vizzy, the left back. So that'll be a straight swap, like for like. And the other change. And finding pockets of space that he's able to exploit. And he makes way for Miyakawa. Sturt have the throw on the far side. Gale puts his foot through that one, and that goes high. That's going to bring rain as Moroney gets underneath it, and Metro win the second ball. Keep it in. Goes all the way back to Nagel with his Ferk. Here's Walls. Goes line. Here's Visser. There's no chance to get on the ball as much as he would have liked so far. As Hassan gets himself forward. Surrounded by two Metro players now. And eventually the ball goes out for a throw in. Elton goes wide to Hassan. Goes all the way back to Lessie. So let's see, certainly the linchpin for Sturt in the way they play, getting on the ball in every opportunity he can. Rodriguez gets the touch on for Dunstall. Nagel finds Miyakawa, and he in turn finds Gow. Gow through to Nagel. Here's Chittadini down the line to Miyakawa again. Plenty of touches for Miyakawa, and Hamish Gow looks to release Chittadini in behind, but too central, and Asafa clears. As Gow gets there and knocks that out, and he's taken a knock as well from Rodriguez. And chat to a local who backs you and your team. It's better to be a member with RAA, proud sponsors of the RAA NPLSA. Hamish Gow still just feeling the effects of that knock. A quick round the grounds. Thanks to One World LED and Sportal Systems for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions. We have some more goals. Playford take 2-0 lead over Croydon. Kings in that game out at Playford, as that ball from Dunstall is going to go all the way through for a goal kick. Adelaide City and Adelaide United finished 2 apiece. Adelaide Athletic have taken a 1-0 lead over Fulham. Jets are still 4-0 up over the Cove. The Panthers 3-0 down now to Raiders, and Salisbury United still 1-0 up over Adelaide Blue Eagles in the HPG Home State League 1. As MetroStars will take this goal kick. While strike goes long. That's a push in the back from Barnett, and both teams still have substitutions that can be made. Often allows Gower to take the free kick. Certainly taking their time when they get the ball moving. Here is Fortunato. Miyakawa. For Chitted to the right hand side. He keeps it in and then eventually cleared by Barnett. As we tick over into 80 minutes played here at Carina Reserve in this NPLSA round 3 clash between Sturt and Metro still, thanks to a goal in the 13th from Neon Kuru as Andre Carl Diamantis. He in turn finds Maroney. Still plenty of run in those legs. He goes long looking for Silvestri. Up against Nagel. He gets there first. Keeps it in play and beats Nagel and probably wins the free kick, and he does so. Great play there from Silvestri on that far side. Sturt now starting to apply some pressure with only 10 minutes to go, and means Metro will now look to go to their bench as well. Again. And they're going to bring on Biddy. And youngster Anthony Rapuano. They will look to wait. Well, they're going to do it now. They're doing it now. Just have to wait and see who makes way. It looks like Hamish Gow is going to be making way, and Andre Carl making way. So it'll be interesting to see what they do here in terms of like-for-like swaps, or if it's a bit of a shuffle with positions, but we'll keep an eye on that. As very hard shift there from both Hamish Gow as Kabidi straight into having to defend a free kick in a dangerous position. Elton over it and will look to cross. He does so, looking for far post, cleared by Fortunato. And he's able to in. Rodriguez hooks it over his shoulder for Elton to run onto, but he can't get there before it runs out of play and out for a goal kick. As Ostrike will look to go long by the looks of it. He might change it, but he does go short, and Sturt also now going to the bench. Here's Jesse Francesca. Visser beats one. Francesca gets it, looks to go line and goes out for a throw in. And I think Sturt will now make that substitution. It looks like Rodriguez is going to make way. Another hard A. And coming on in number 15, Dylan D'Agostino. He'll go straight up front for like-for-like swap with Rodriguez. And it does look like it was a like-for-like swap for MetroStars, with Rapuano coming into the midfield and Kabidi going on up top for Andre Carl. Here's Jackson Walls. Looks to find Visser. Visser's going to get there and does so. Keeps it in, crosses. cleared by Barnett. Bit of confusion there in the Sturt ranks, but in the end, Barnett does well and clears. A great ball in behind there for Metro to run onto. And Visser certainly made it count. Throw in for Metro. Here's Walls. Burst. Here's Walls. Finds Visser. He gets into the box. Looks to get past two and does. Crosses. And there's a touch. And it's eventually gone out for a corner. Bit of confusion, and Meleg on to pounce on it, but eventually goes out for a corner. Not long to go. They do need to make something happen here if they want to get anything out of this game. Cittadini with the corner. He goes far post. And up goes Kabidi, but only as far as Francesco. Then looks to cross again. Crosses, but can't beat the first man in a corner as we tick over to 85 minutes. Sturt got the ball. It's for Sturt at the moment. Metro, if they score now, could possibly see the end of this game. Then he looks to take the corner. Goes far post, but that's all over everyone, and Moroni clears. And Silvestri gets there ahead of Nagel. Here is Moroni, been outstanding today at the back for Sturt. As Nagel happy just to put his boots through that and clear it for a throw in. Both starting to feel the effects. Pressure building for both coaches, both teams. Sturt need a goal to get the equaliser. Metro desperately hanging on to their 3 points at the moment. Tonight in the Burkalla game against Campbelltown. Campbelltown equalising in the 88th minute or so, and then the winner coming in the 94th as Moroni goes long throw. First one there is Dunsel, and he gets a flick, but that goes over the bar for a goal kick. We'll put it onto that one. But that throw certainly caused issue. They managed to deal with them so far, but not without some scares. Ostrike goes long. Kabidi wins the first one. Visser gets to the second. Eventually Kabidi comes away with it, does well. He finds Cow hits that, and that throw in on the far side as Cittadini was never going to catch that one. Moroni will take the throw on the far side. He goes long. Only two there, and here's Francesca. Cittadini inside to Rapuano, goes down the line, and Cittadini's able to get on the end of this one. Can they make this one count? Cittadini into the box. He goes down. He's deemed just outside the box by Regis Kwefalek, and that's a free kick just outside the 18-yard box on the far side. Jackson Walls just going over to ask how close that was to the line, and Regis certainly said that was outside the box. Again, ball at the wrong end for Sturt to make something happen as we tick over 87 minutes played. And Sturt just leaving as many players as they can forward, and left forces Metro to play their entire back line staying back. This one. Not many options in the box. There's only three. Kabidi makes his move. Cittadini delivers, goes far post, but that's over the bar. He did have a shot from there, and Meleg happy to see that one go over the bar. And then he goes long, looking for D'Agostino, but Fortunato wins that one, and Hassan keeps it in play. Here is D'Agostino, back to Elton. He goes wide. Hassan flicks it onto Diamantis. He goes line looking for Hassan. Great tackle there from Walls, and the ball is now out for a corner. Sturt now with the ball at the right end to make something happen. Diamantis will swing this one in. The arm goes up, the signal. He goes far post looking for Maroney, but Sefa gets there, but can't guide that one goal bound, and that goes out for a goal kick. Cody Ostrike will take as much time as he can here with this goal kick. As we approach 90 minutes and any time added, we did have a drinks break, so there will be a bit of time for that. There's been many substitutions this second half, which will also add time. And Ostrike will go long with this goal kick. He sent everyone forward. He goes long. Francesca up against Lessie. Lessie wins the header. Hassan goes to beat Francesca, and ball goes out for a throw-in. Hassan looking for a free kick there, but didn't get it. And Walls goes line, looking for Kabidi. Elton doesn't get there, but it does go off Kabidi and out for a throw-in. Elton goes long. Francesca gets there first. Sturt win the second ball. Here's Elton. Battle between D'Agostino and Francesca. Here's Silvestre. He's able to go wide to Maroney. Maroney crosses. Cleared by Fortunato. Only as far as Hassan. He looks to go in the box and shoot, blocked by Walls, and then Visser can't come away with it, but does win the free kick as we move into time added. Metro will just be happy to try and see this one out now. Sturt still pressing for that equaliser, but with that free kick, it's going to make it hard for them to get the ball moving. As Ostrike will happily again go long, tuck everyone in side, especially the fullbacks. And here's Cody, we'll go long. Look for Kabidi. Lessie wins that one. Here's Visser. Rapuanu gets there. Cittadini. Miyakawa. Visser comes away with it. He plays in Cittadini. Can't get a shot away. Here's Rapuanu, does get a shot away. And that goes wide and out for deflection for a corner. Again, Sturt, ball at the wrong end for them, and Metro will happily take their time with this one. And again, Sturt leaving 4 players forward this time, relying on them to be able to clear and play quickly forward. Here's Cittadini. He's going to swing this one into these one of 2 targets. Kabidi gets there, and he's had a glancing, and it goes wide of the far upright as Maled come out and couldn't get there. That would have certainly ended the tie there, but he couldn't get his glancing header goal bound in the end, and Meleg will take the goal kick. What an effort that was there from Kabidi as Meleg goes long. Rapuano wins that header. Falls in the favour of Metro. Here's Cittadini, who look to try and go the coin, keep the ball and goes backwards. Well, great defending there from Barnett to force him back. Here's Huitira, goes back to Ostrike. He goes long. Here's Lessie, brings that under control. Well played there from Sturt. Maroney crosses, looking for Diamantis. Walls ushers it wide. Eventually goes out for a corner. As we move into 3 minutes of time added, Diamantis will take this one. And what an ending to this game is turning out to be. Hassan's gone short. Sturt send everyone forward except their goalkeeper. Elton at the back as well. Chance for Sturt to get something out of this game as he goes far post. And that's high and over hit and over D'Agostino's head. Out for a goal kick. Very disappointing for Sturt. We've got 2 balls on the pitch now. As Cody Ostrike will take his time with this one as we tick over 93 minutes and tick into that 94th minute. Not sure how much more time added we will have. We did have a drinks break We've had plenty of substitutions, so I'd say that we'd have at least 4 minutes. And we are into that 4th minute. We could even have a few more. So Cody Ostrike will go along with this goal kick. Metro hanging on to their 1-0 lead thanks to a Neon Kuru goal in the 13th minute. Sturt unable to find an equaliser. Maroney goes wide looking for Silvestri. He's up against Nagel. Ball stays in. Eventually, no, it goes out. And the assistant referee flags a Sturt throw. It looks like Maroney will take this one, and again, it will be a long throw. They've sent the tall timber forward. Barnett now playing as a striker. Maroney trying to get a free kick out of it, but quickly onto it. It goes short to Sefa, because all the Metro players are dropped. Sefa knocks it in. Cody Ostrike will claim that one too easily and go down. We'll see how soon he starts the count, because he's got control. He's a 5. One of the new rules. And he'll go long. Well played there from Ostrike. Wasted much time as he possibly can, but does kick it out of play. Sturt have the ball back again. Elton goes long down the line. Francesca wins that header. Barnett wins that header as a striker at the moment. Walls happy to clear, only as far as Lessie. Lessie looks to switch, trying to play in Silvestri over Nagel, but Nagel's going to get there first and does so. He's able to play over, and again out for a throw-in, but this time Maroney can take the long throw. And like I said, this has caused Metro some issues. They haven't profited from it yet, but could this be the opportunity they need to profit from this long throw? As it comes in, cleared by Kabidi. Matt Sturt couldn't quite get on the end of that one. And here's Cittadini unable to keep that one moving forward, and we continue to play. Goes back to Meleg. Thought Meleg might go long, but he's gone back to Elton, and Elton then goes long. Sturt bench not happy that they took so long to get it forward. Here's Visser. He'll look to release Kabidi and does so. Up against Diamantis. Great tackle there from Diamantis, working hard. But Kabidi will certainly take his time as we shots to 21. 6 shots on target for MetroStars. Certainly had the upper hand for most of this game. Sturt never only threatened a couple of times. Diamantis hitting the bar, and also someone, I can't remember who it was, but the strike that Ostrike had to push over the bar in the first half. Goes long in the corner looking for Kabidi. It bounced off his back and out for a throw to Sturt. As we still play, we tick over 96 minutes played. Wolves gets there first. Wins that one and wins the free kick. He's kept the cards in his pocket. No card for that either from Regis. Jackson Walls is still down, feeling the effects of that one. And that there is the end of the game. Regis blows for full time. MetroStars coming away with the win. 1-0 over Sturt. In what was a interesting game to say the least, with Metro having the better of the chances over the 90 minutes. And Neon Kuru goal in the 13th minute. The winner for MetroStars, who now go to 6 points. Sturt, undefeated start after 2, finishes at the 3rd hurdle. Thank you for joining me as we see if I can get the stats up before we finish today. And here they are. Shots 21-12. Shots on target 6-3. So Metro certainly having second more corners. No cards at all in this game. But MetroStars coming away with the 1-0 win thanks to that 13th minute goal. Sturt look to rebound next week. Thank you for joining me on the FSA League's YouTube channel. We'll see you all next week. And if you want more football action, all the highlights will come out during the week. And if you want to tune into one game at a time on Wednesday night for a breakdown of the games over the weekend,
That's all from me here at Carina Reserve. Thank you for joining me.